Hey guys, Thunderset here, bringing you a new deck that uses Atlantean monsters and a brand new card, Deep Sea Diva, that we just got. Tons of new support. This deck's all over the place. It does so much. It's crazy, guys. It's using new extra deck. It's using new tuners, using new Atlantean monsters, new staples, very cool stuff. So let's dive right in. We have Deep Sea Diva. It's a level 2 tuner, Sea Serpent, Water. When this card is normal summon, you can special summon one level 3 or lower Sea Serpent monster. Very strong effect. She can turn into a level 5 tuner, kind of like Junk Synchron, but even better. You don't have to dedicate your skill. Or she can turn into an Armades. We're using 2 Armades. Or she can turn into a Sea Dragon, Lord Gishalden. He's 1 tuner, 1 level 3 non-tuner monster. When a face-up level 3 or lower monster on the field is sent to the graveyard, this card's gains attack becomes 3,000 until the end phase. You don't use that too often. Usually Armades is going to be the better play, but she's just a level 5 on her own. 1 card level 5. Very useful. We're using the old Atlantean monsters we had. I was trying out more Marksman. Marksman's not super useful right now, so I cut him down to 1. The super useful boy is Heavy Infantry. We're using his normal summon. During your main phase, you can normal summon one level 4 or lower Sea Serpent monster in addition to your normal summon. We're using that effect like crazy. Very useful. We're using his second effect like crazy. When this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a water monster's effect, target 1 face-up card your opponent controls, destroy it. Very useful. We're definitely using that. We are also using, to replace the Marksman, we're using Attack Squad. This card gains 800 while you control face-up fish, Sea Serpent, or Aqua. So he's been around a while. He's 1400, gets pretty beefy with Mystic Depths and another monster out on the field with him. Pretty cool, like a little mini boss monster. Then we're using Legendary Atlantean Trident. Very cool card. He's brand new. You can tribute this card to 1 Sea Serpent type monster, special summon 1 Poseidra, the Atlantean Dragon, from your hand or deck. Then all monsters your opponent controls currently lose 300. So you can special summon him, tributing a monster. What does this guy do? He'll return all spell and trap cards to hand when you tribute 3 water monsters on the board. You usually don't do it like that because he's much easier to get out with Trident. And he's 2800, 3000 under Mystic Depths. Pretty useful. This guy will make you lose 300 attack all across the board when you do. So it's a pretty cool play. He's a little mini boss. But where the other boss comes in. So we would normal summon a Deep Sea Diva, then special summon a Heavy Infantry. Heavy Infantry gives us another normal summon. Now all we need is a level 3, which we have plenty of. You normal summon the level 3. We have 2, 2, 3. That gives us 7. What kind of 7 are we using? The brand new Gungnir, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. He takes 1 tuner, 1 or more non-tuner water monsters. Once per turn, you can discard up to 2 cards to the graveyard to target the same number of cards your opponent controls. Destroy them. Very cool, very strong synchro monster. He's 2500 attack. His only catch is he requires water monsters. We're running all water monsters. We get level 7 out as long as we have Diva and a level 3 in hand. That's a 2 card level 7. Then we can discard cards. It'll trigger Atlanteans, their effects when you discard them. Very cool. So it's like 3 destructions. I think you see it twice in the replays. Destroy like 3 cards at once with this effect. It's absolutely crazy. So as for the staples, we're using the brand new Night Beam. I was just feeling like I was using Cosmic Cyclone a lot because that's really my go-to. You just fall back on Cosmic Cyclone. So I want to use Night Beam. Night Beam's pretty cool. And I just got my second because I used to have one from the selection box. So pretty cool stuff with Night Beam. Very useful. Target 1 spell or trap card. Your opponent controls, destroy it. They cannot chain an activation in response. We also are using Salvage. Fantastic in this deck. This deck, especially if you're going with the Synchro monster, which I got Prismatic by the way, if you're going super hard on the Synchro monster, you usually burn through all your resources pretty quick. Salvage lets you get 2 of your monsters back, usually a Diva. That's getting you right back into place, guys. Very useful card, good to have at 1. Another card you may not know, it's super old, it's Moray of Greed. I love working it into any water deck. Makes them super consistent. Shuffle 2 water monsters from your hand into the deck, then draw 3 cards. Helps you make sure you're really getting that Deep Sea Diva and you are not getting this guy in your hand. Makes that a little more consistent. Then of course the almighty Treacherous Trap Hole. We just gotta spam it at him, guys, until Konami gets rid of it. Just show him how OP it is. And then one little monster I forgot to talk about, who would pretty hard to make, but not impossible, is White Aura Dolphin. So he takes 1 tuner, 1 or more non-tuners. We can make him with 2 infantry and a Diva. So what does he do? Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Its attack becomes half of its original attack until the end of the turn. If this card you control is destroyed by an opponent's card, battle, or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can banish 1 other water monster, which we all have, from your graveyard. Special summon this card, and it's treated as a tuner when it does, which is pretty weird. Level 6 tuner. Pretty crazy. But we don't use him as often. He's pretty hard to use. He'd be like a last ditch effort. But other than that, it's a pretty solid deck, guys. Atlanteans, I didn't know there was such a deep archetype, such a deep and rich archetype. So you're making some plays. It's pretty cool. You have tons and tons of boss monsters to go through. So it makes for a really fun deck that's just doing so much. Hope you guys enjoy the replays. I'm really trying to be thorough with my deck testing of all these new popular archetypes, so bear with me if you see any replays where there's misplays. I usually call them out and stuff like that, but I'm learning a whole bunch of decks. It's a lot to learn, guys. Thanks for watching, thanks for the support. Thunderside out, guys. Okay, fighting Illuminous and Umbro. I'll try to jump through these replays pretty quick. I kind of took very long on that intro, sorry about that. We're going second, that's always great for this deck. We have some first turn plays, not the best first turn plays. I mean, it's like that for a lot of decks, huh? So it's not the best hand. We got a Poseidra in our hand, which isn't super awesome. We are fighting 6 Samurai. He obviously has a dual wield. We hit 1 with Night Beam. Normal summon our Deep Sea Diva. Special summon Heavy Infantry. We get hit by a second dual wield. He leaves our infantry, which is a big mistake, because now we can summon our Marksman. Marksman does damage. When he does damage, he'll special summon another Atlantean or just level 3 Sea Serpent or something. So we bring out Attack Squad, he special summons Keyzon, gets Legend of the Six. We destroy the Keyzon, he's taking a little bit of damage. We check for Sphere Kuribo, there's no Sphere Kuribo. His turn, all our Atlantean boys on the field. He summons another Fuma, that activates his 6. Legendary Secret of the Six, such a lame name on that card. For a Shien, special summons a Keyzon on top of that. Shien hits him. Marksman hits him. So why didn't I activate Umi? I wanted to save it to potentially bait out a negation from a Shien. But it doesn't last that long. So here we're going to normal summon the Diva again. Special summon Tridon. Now Tridon and Diva are going to make our Poseidra. That's going to keep our attack squad buff, so we're going to have a 2200 and a 2800 to kill both the Shien and the Keyzon. You would just kill the Shien first, or sorry, the Keyzon first, then the Shien. Okay, fighting a Jaden. Let's see what he could be. Going second again. Probably my best replays are obviously going to be going second. This deck claps going second. Our opponent only has a 23 card deck. That's not the best. Handful of monsters. We have all our choices. We get to see what we want. Fighting another 6 Samurai. He's probably set up with another dual wield. We get our own boy, Treacherous Trap Hole, though. Normal summon the Deep Sea Diva. It is a dual wield. He misplays it very bad because her effect is still going to go off. We're still going to get our special summon. We bring out our infantry. Put our Yumi back on the field this time. Use infantry's effect that lets us normal summon the Tridon. Use Tridon's effect to bring out our boy. Tridon's effect will also activate heavy infantry's effect when he's sent to the graveyard, so we get a free kill on the Fuma. That brings out a Keyzone. We swing on the Keyzone. We're sitting fat with 3,000. We also have our Treacherous. So we're doing well, guys. He brings out a Silent Swordsman. He's just tilting. He's lost the game, so he kills the Silent Swordsman. Brings out his other boy that's going to negate Yumi. 2800, 2800. He suicides, but I mean, look at our hand. We had so much to make a follow-up. He had no follow-up. Great stuff, guys. Okay, fighting in Nikiza. Going first this time for once. Mystic Depth shows itself. She's using what grows in the graveyard. Pretty good hand. Night Beam's always useful. Just the first turn plays aren't always good. So we set our heavy infantry because he has 1800 defense under Yumi. It's pretty good. She gets her Junk Synchron. Special summons a Tracker. That's going to be a Junk Destroyer. A very strong one too. 3200. Gets to destroy 2 cards. Sets a back row. Not looking good for us. But we have our Night Beam. We have all sorts of stuff. We have our Deep Sea Diva. We got our Trident. We destroy a Reject Rebirth. That would have revived one of his Synchros and protect him from an attack. Very good kill. We get our whole Deep Sea Diva effect off. Right into our Synchro, our level 7 Synchro. Here's our Gungnir. We throw away our Moray of Greed to destroy the Junk Destroyer. He sets one more back row, use an unexpected die on a Janix controller. Normal summons Dark Soul. We use Salvage. We're gonna bring back 2 heavy infantry. Watch this play. It's so much overkill. Use his effect. Discard 2, get a Destroy 2. Activate both of their effects. So he could have had 2 other cards on the field and we would have destroyed them 2 different ways, guys. He finally scoops. Very cool stuff. Okay, Yugi Mudo. So we got some really impressive Synchro monsters with this box, honestly. I usually hate seeing boxes with a bunch of Synchro monsters in it because they're usually useless. But these are actually really good. Gungnir and Quadra Gandrax, however you say that name. So here, he normal summons a Keyzone. Clearly has a dual wield. We use our Moray of Greed, send back our Poseidon monsters, because we pull them right back anyway. Draw into a Night Beam though, which is great. We hit a World Legacy, get our Deep Sea Diva out, get hit with a dual wield again. Almost as bad as Treacherous Trap Hole, but not quite. So he normal summons an Enshi, ties up binds. We're down to 100 life, guys. What the heck? How do we win? We're down to 100 life. But we have all our monsters in hand, so we literally have all our options. We should be able to do fine. Another more Ray of Greed, just for good measure. We put our big monster back, because we search him anyway. Just look at all those monsters. Deep Sea Diva. Gonna bring out our infantry. Infantry's gonna let us normal summon again. We get our level 7 boy, Gungnir. Now look at all the fodder we have to use this effect. So we used 1 infantry, destroyed 2. Infantry effects goes off, destroy the 3rd. Then we swing with our Gungnir. He had no resources left. It was over, guys. So cool. This deck has so many boss monsters. It has like 2 or 3 boss monsters. It's doing a lot of special summoning, so it's weak to Treacherous. But other than that, super cool. You're using your resources well. You're hitting some back row. You're super consistent with Moray of Greed. You got all the boss monsters you can need. Very cool. Deep Sea Diva is a great new card, guys. Definitely check it out. Thanks for watching.